Welcome back. Presidential candidates Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton both addressing the terrorist attack in Istanbul, Turkey, that left 36 people dead, more than 239 people injured, actually, is the latest number. 239 people have been injured. Clinton issuing this statement, saying, quote, terrorists have struck again in the heart of one of our NATO allies, and all Americans stand united with the people of Turkey against this campaign of hatred and violence. Trump weighed in while he was at an Ohio campaign rally last night. He said the U.S. must get together and tougher on terrorism.
We had another suicide bombing, Istanbul, Turkey. Many, many people killed, many, many people injured. Folks, there's something going on that's really, really bad. All right? It's bad. And we better get smart, and we better get tough, or we're not going to have much of a country left, okay? It's bad.
Joining us right now is Republican strategist and Donald Trump surrogate Boris Epshteyn, along with Democratic strategist Marianne Marsh. Good to have you both on the program. Boris, let me kick this off with your reaction to what we heard from Donald Trump on this terrorist attack.
Well, first, of course, horrible attack. You know, all thoughts of people in Turkey with the victims and their families. Donald Trump saying exactly what he said after Paris, after Brussels, San Bernardino, Orlando. He's been consistent. We in this country and the world need a better answer, and that's obvious.
What is the answer, though? What does he mean when he says we got to get tough?
The first answer is protecting our homeland here, right? So get tough on influx of folks from countries that do pose a threat. We have to look at our borders, have to look at who's coming into the country. The wife of the San Bernardino shooting, she came into the country even though she had posted jihadist statements online. That should have been stopped. That attack could have been completely prevented. Yeah. So we have to continue to do that in this country and be tough. And listen, unfortunately, Turkey, and we were just talking about this earlier, they could have done more. Turkey could have done more to protect themselves, and they did not. So we, as part of NATO, could also make sure that those partners do more themselves at their own airports and their own soft targets.
Marianne Marsh, how do you see it?
Well, I think you saw both these candidates act exactly the way they have throughout this campaign thus far. Donald Trump really talking about being tough, smart, this is a really bad situation, but never offering any more specifics about it. Hillary Clinton took the opportunity to have a more thoughtful, statesman-like approach, but drew a sharp contrast by saying, look, Turkey is an important ally. We need to work more with NATO. And by the way, we can't retreat. And I think that was the biggest contrast in that statement between Trump and Clinton. Is Clinton is pointing out that Trump has really been advocating an isolationist position,
Marianne,
whereas Hillary Clinton says Boris, excuse me. Hillary Clinton is continuing to point out the difference here between an isolationist approach and taking on a more active role with NATO, making sure we work together as partners, making sure we unite together to fight this. Because no one country and no one issue is going, no one person is going to solve this.
Yeah, Hillary Clinton said we need to work closer with our Middle Eastern allies. I mean, the fact is our Middle Eastern allies are upset with us.
Right, and upset by, in part, by the way that the current administration has treated them in recent years. And I just want to point out, Hillary Clinton can say everything that she wants to, but that Benghazi report came out this week, and it shows a Secretary of State and an administration more worried about political spin than saving people's lives. So she can talk tough and be very specific, but that more than anything goes to her trustworthiness.
People are sick. They're sick of the way Obama's handled it or refuse to handle it, pretend it's not happening, and she's linked to the policies of the Obama administration. And I think that's going to be harder for her than she may have expected as this goes on and we have the same problems over and over again.
Hillary Clinton is like a habitual drunk driver talking about safe driving when she talks about terrorism, right? She has no leg to stand on. She was Secretary of State for 4 years. ISIS grew under her watch. Yeah. So she has nothing to talk about in terms of terrorism, nothing new to offer. Donald Trump is, Marianne is wrong, Donald Trump is offering new ideas, new ways to combat it, and it is by being tougher, specifically on our borders.
We want to show you this new Quinnipiac poll. It's just out this morning, and basically it shows Hillary Clinton leading Donald Trump by only 2 percentage points. That, of course, within the poll's margin of error, making it a statistical tie between the two presidential candidates. Marianne, how does Hillary Clinton distance herself from what many people believe has been a failed policy when it comes to terrorism from President Obama?
Well, I think, first of all, Maria, about the poll, national polls don't mean a lot right now. What I would point to is the battleground polls that Quinnipiac issued last week. And to me, that's far more concerning. What you see in that is after Hillary Clinton having her best month in June, and Donald Trump arguably having his worst month in June, is that he's within 3 points of her in the states that actually elect presidents. So that's the thing you should focus on here, and that's what you see Hillary Clinton, a very tough, close fight, I think, between these two through November.
All right, we will leave it there. Boris Epshteyn and Marion Marsh, thanks very much for weighing in.
Thanks.
We will cover the latest here. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Benghazi report fallout.
It's time to move on.
But will new findings keep Clinton in the crosshairs? Dobbs has the impact in our powerful prime lineup.